Hi, and welcome to Fortresses 301. I'm Gita Lovegood, and this is my Fortresses 101 series where I take you from beginner to expert. For the 301 part of this series, it's actually going to be 4 different videos. In this first video, I'm going to be explaining how to find red books, green books, and scrolls. Then the next 3 videos are going to be skill tree breakdowns for each profession, and I'll also be breaking it down by if you are primarily a solo player or a group player. Those are going to be a bit longer but very thorough skill tree breakdowns. So today is going to be a bit shorter but a lot of different tips on how to get all of these different things that you need to spend on your skill tree. First, I'm going to pop up this image that I grabbed from the Wizards Unite hub that shows how many books and scrolls you need to complete each skill tree. So as you can see, each skill tree needs red books, green books, and scrolls, but depending on your profession, you're going to need a different amount of each one. So let's talk about how to get each of these currencies. First, there's scrolls. Scrolls are one of the easiest things to get, but you do need these for every single thing in your skill tree. So you're going to need a lot of them, as you saw in that last picture. There are a few different ways to get scrolls. You can get them by your daily achievements. You can get them by just your regular achievements or by doing any kind of event. There are usually scrolls given from those. The daily login often gives scrolls as well. And then there is ranking up your families. If you go into your registry, each of these different categories represents a family. Right up at the top, there's a bar that tells you how many points you have for that family. So say you're on rank 1. Once you get all the points for rank 1, you are going to complete that and level up to rank 2. As a reward for this level up, you get scrolls and a runestone for that family. For the regular registry families, you get 4 scrolls, but for the brilliant registry families, you actually get 5 scrolls. Every time you rank up any family, the number of points it takes to go to the next level is going to increase slightly. And depending on the family, it's going to have a different cap off. So the regular registry families are going to keep adding on points until you reach 100 points. Then after that, every time you rank up, that 100 points is just going to stay the same. It's only going to be 100 points per rank up from there on. For the brilliant events, this used to be the same case, but due to player feedback, they've actually changed it. So brilliant events max out at 40 points. So 5 scrolls, and they max out at 40 points per. So that means if you're trying to get a lot of scrolls quickly, the best way to do this is to catch all of the brilliant foundables you can while there are brilliant events going on. These are going to be the easiest families to rank up, and they're going to give you an extra scroll each time, so it's a win-win. It's by far the best way to get a lot of scrolls quickly. And with getting scrolls, you're automatically helping yourself out with getting books. Well, sort of. So the red books are spell books and the green books are restricted section books. The green books you can only get by doing brilliant events. Every brilliant event usually gives 15 of these green books. They're usually week-long events that happen twice a month, so you get about 30 of these green books every month if you are able to complete all of the tasks for each brilliant event. Sometimes there are other events that will give random green books, but it's usually only 1 or 2 and not the 15 that you expect from a brilliant event. And then at the Wizards Unite Fan Fest in Indianapolis, everybody that participated in that ended up getting 30 green books from that. But we have only had that one, so that's not really something that you can count on or plan on or really try to benefit from right now, sadly. But keep your eye out for more future fan fests. I know that they're probably planning some for the US summer in 2020. Sadly, that's really about it on how to get green books. You are restricted on time, so professors are pretty much one of the hardest skill trees at the moment because you are on that time lock instead of having more control over getting those green books as fast as you want. Speaking of, let's move on to red books, spell books. Red books have a few different ways that you can get them currently. You can get them again from achievements. There are a few different achievements that give you red books, but these are harder to work towards, so they will be a bit of a grind to get them all. Events recently have also been giving out red books, so if you complete events, normally you'll get a couple of red books from those. They also dropped gifts recently, and if you get an extravagant runestone gift, specifically an extravagant runestone gift. Those will always give one red book. No other gifts have given those yet. The most efficient way that you can get red spell books is by grinding in a fortress. If you go back into your registry and you look at the bottom 4 tabs, click over to challenges. There's going to be a whole other family rank for challenges. Now, it doesn't matter if you swipe over on these pages, they're all going to be under that same one family, the challenge family. That's what we can call that. And that one is going to have a completely different ranking up system and its own points and all of that. But basically what you do is every single time you go into a fortress battle, you get challenge points or challenge XP. This is going to vary because challenge XP is determined by a few different factors. Challenge XP is determined by if you are in a regular fortress or a sponsored fortress, first off. Then it's going to be determined by what chamber you're in, plus what runestone level you use, plus how many people are in that chamber with you. It doesn't matter what runestone level the other people are using, but your runestone level does matter. What chamber level you're in does matter. And having a full chamber of people will matter. That doesn't mean you need a group of people in order to do this. It just helps a lot. It is called Wizards Unite after all, and they have done a lot of benefits in order to try to get people to unite and work together to save the wizarding world from the calamity. So yeah, if you can get your friends or your family, or if you can find other wizards in your area to play with, it is extremely beneficial when it comes to challenge XP. And if you live in an area that has a sponsored fortress of any type, it is definitely worth it to go out of your way to battle at this sponsored fortress. Sponsored fortress XP is quite significant, and so even just using higher level runestones in these will help a lot. But your ultimate best bet is going to be going into the highest chamber that you can do with as many people as you can get and the highest level runestone that you can use, with being able to still complete it. Don't just jump into the highest level thing with the highest level runestone and all the people, because that doesn't necessarily mean that you can beat it. You gotta have the right layout, you gotta have the right setup with professions, and depending on what chamber level you're jumping into, you need to have people of a certain profession level. Remember what I said before, wizarding level does not matter when it comes to fortresses. It's all about profession level with fortresses. So the more you increase your skill tree, the better you can do in fortress battles. Alright, I believe I have covered all the different ways that you can get scrolls, red books, and green books. If I happen to forget anything, please remind me down in the comments down below, and I'll make sure to mention that in my next few videos so that people are aware. And make sure to keep your eye out for my skill tree guides that will be coming very soon. I am really trying to do my best job on it, so it's not going to be my next few uploads, but they will be coming up. Just know I'm working really hard on it, doing all the math, thinking about every single scenario, everything that matters for each skill tree, because everybody's skill trees are just drastically different. But it's fun, and I'm enjoying learning all the different skill trees and the aspects behind every profession, and why it's really so beneficial for each profession to unite with the other professions. It's really cool, and I cannot wait to just delve into all of that with you guys once we get further in the series. So, yeah. If you're new to my channel and this is your first video, make sure you go back and watch my first 2 Fortress Basics videos, my Fortress 101 and Fortress 201. If you know anybody new to the game, try to share these tips with them so that they aren't as lost. I am doing the best as I can to try to break this down as much as I can, so I hope this helps. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Until next time, you guys know what to do. Make sure to use your magic wisely and keep an eye out for Dementors. Nox.